Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, here in Southern California. Man, a lot of guys fishing the surf here this morning. I don't see all the pelicans that I have previously seen, but the morning is young. We'll see if they show up, and maybe a couple of these surf fishing guys will wander into the frame, and we'll be able to talk to them and see how things are going. We're going to cover the long-range situation for you. We'll let you know what's going on down in Mexico. More halibut and some great whitefish, sculpin fishing here in SoCal. And of course, today is the last day of the Haul Show Long Beach. I'm going to get set up for the morning briefing coming at you next.
MJ, look! Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
Who wants free cold beer? Go ahead.
Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, it is great to be with you all. If you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Also, share these videos everywhere. It means the world to us. Tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. After, of course, you subscribe to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel. And you can follow us over on Facebook and Instagram, on TikTok, or TikTok. Apple Podcast and Spotify. It's great to be with you all. A lot of guys fishing the surf here. We'll see if one of them wanders in and we can talk to them in just a little bit. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friend. Oh my God, is that good? And I got to tell you, today is the last day of the Haul Show Long Beach. And I want to just take a moment and thank all the people who stopped by and said hello to yours truly, to me. That means the world to me. So many great people I got to meet yesterday. And I can't thank you enough. I really can't, for your support and then going out of your way and coming over and saying hello and maybe introducing me to your family. That was fantastic. All right, let's jump into it. Let's start with Mexico, down in Cabo. We see a few striped marlin, but mostly yellowfin tuna. Those YFTs are about 20 miles offshore where you find the warmer water mixed up with the dolphin. Those dolphin are holding yellowfin tuna, mostly in the 20 to 40 pound class, but catching one that's over 100 pounds is not uncommon. So again, there's a little bit of that going on. There's a few wahoo and dorado, but mostly that yellowfin tuna, unless you fish inshore, and there's some small rooster fish in there. There's also the occasional amberjack and quite a bit of yellowtail. Speaking of yellowtail, as you move up the peninsula, Loreto, Mulahay, great yellowtail action. Only 140 miles down to the south of us is San Quintin, and there's been a few big bluefin tuna down that way. We've also seen down that way some really good yellowtail action on the yo-yo iron. Not every day, but from time to time we see that, and just a lot of rockfish. And also, we continue to see great fishing in Ensenada. Sometimes you'll catch that big bonito down there. There's still yellowtail possibilities down there. Not consistent, but it's still a possibility. And also, great rock fishing down there right now as the chilly water engulfs my feet here this morning. Engulfs my feet. I don't think that's the way to say it, but anyway, it's cold. The water's a little bit on the chilly side, and I don't see all that bird life that we were once seeing. So good fishing in sunny Mexico. All right, I've got a tuna update. I talked to Max on the Pacific Voyager. I'll let you know what he saw, and he continues to work his butt off on a 2.5-day trip right now. First of all, long range remains pretty darn difficult right now. Really difficult. I mean, they've had their weather, and that has been a big part of the problem. Hopefully, it's going to settle down, but it's been 4 or 5 days now of pretty windy and rough weather, and that has made fishing a lot more difficult than it has to be. Once again, the Royal Polaris, they had a decent morning yesterday and scratched out some nice yellowfin tuna and wahoo. Today, however, is their last morning. They're going to start trucking toward home, about a 3-day run. They're on 16-day trips right now. 3-day run for them to get back to San Diego. Red Rooster 3, scratch fishing most of the day. Independence, scratch fishing. Over there on the Red Rooster, they did have a little bit of a late bite, so they were able to catch some yellowfin tuna later in the day. We'll continue to watch that very closely. Max is on board the Pacific Voyager. Max Nui, he just took the boat over. He's a young captain. I love this kid. He's going to be a star in the industry. When I'm long gone, he's going to own several boats, part of the landings. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, Max found those 100 to 200 pound bluefin tuna 170 miles south of Point Loma. He got on those fish. They didn't want to bite in the daytime, and then he had a really hard time finding them at night. He is now up in a closer zone to home. He had to get out of that long area because he worked down as far as 200 miles looking for those bluefin. Found him at 170, continued south, looking for more, and never found it. But he did see that big fish. Didn't want to bite for him. We're watching him closely here this morning to see if he can come up with something. And again, Max Nui, Pacific Voyager, he'll be on it again here shortly. He said if they don't catch anything on this trip, more likely he's just going to wait for his first charter a little bit later in the month. We'll continue to watch him very, very closely. Don't forget, on this very beach on Super Bowl Sunday, we are going to have our surf fishing event from 6:30 in the morning until 9:30. Come down, fish with us. We'd love to have you. Just send me a text. I'll get you the direction so you can join us here. And even if you don't like to fish, heck, you can bring a beach chair. You can bring your coffee, bring donuts. Just kick back and enjoy this beautiful Eastern Pacific. It is gorgeous, no doubt about that. All right, so we'll see you for that event. Can't wait to do that. As we take a look at our local situation, there is no rock fishing in Southern California. That's why boats go south down to places like Punta Colonet, 120 miles down below the border, where the Tribute has been putting the hurt on the big lings and vermilions, and several other boats also involved in it. The possibility of yellowtail also exists, but here in SoCal, we are catching sculpin and whitefish, a few bass, not many bass, mostly sculpin, whitefish, and halibut. Native Sun, they've been all over it out of 22nd Street Landing, catching some really nice fish. Big one the other day, 35 pounds. That was a gorgeous fish yesterday. 23 anglers with 7 halibut. So a nice little hit for them. Again, fishing a little bit lighter line right now, like 20 to 25 pound, 4 to 12 ounce torpedo sinkers, number 1 J hooks, and a number 6 treble hook. You bring that along with you and have the crew set you up, and you'll be in really, really good shape. So a nice day for them. City of Long Beach, they are finishing up until they go into maintenance. Today's their last morning. Yesterday, nice day on the City of Long Beach. They had 39 anglers on there, and they limited out on the sculpin in a hurry, got close to limits on the whitefish also. Great local fishing, no doubt about that. Western Pride, limits of sculpin. Monte Carlo returns to action after doing their wintertime maintenance, so they were focused on sculpin and whitefish. Also out of 22nd Street Landing, great half-day boat. You'll love fishing on board there. All right, so some really good fishing, not bad at all. Don't forget the El Patron. She is going to Catalina Island this weekend. And man, I'll tell you, it's going to be limited load, gorgeous conditions on the way to the island because you get to see gray whales and dolphin and so much more. They are focused on calico bass, on halibut. They catch a ton of blue perch and really good white fishing on most trips. limited load, special low price, no fuel surcharge. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Get on the El Patron. Really good stuff going on there. Sand dab fishing, also very good right now. You can pick up a ton of sand dabs if you like when you're fishing on the boats that are focusing on that, like the Ara Ann out of Long Beach, like the Gentleman up there out of Cisco's in Oxnard. You want to catch sand dabs, man, you can catch 100 to 200 per angler. There's no limit. You fish multiple hooks, you can really load up. And I'm telling you, you walk into a fine restaurant, a fine dining restaurant, and you'll pay 25 bucks for a couple of those dabs and a couple sides with it. So they are expensive, and you can go out there and just load up and take care of your neighbors and friends. What in the heck is wrong with that? In the Southern California surf, a lot of guys down here. We've seen some really good yellowfin croaker fishing at times down here. I think there are some dolphin back behind me there. You keep your eyes open, let me know. That is a good sign, by the way. That means there are fish feeding in here. Or I should say, the dolphin are feeding on the fish that are here. They'll eat those yellowfin croaker and everything else, so that's what they are doing here. Good yellowfin croaker fishing going on. There's also been a few halibut taken here recently, and we've seen some really good barred perch fishing. They prefer this colder water. That's what they really like. So once again, really excellent fishing. Mario Giron, he had a ton of nice barred perch, including his personal best. Nice hit for him, and we've seen several other guys coming up with that. By the way, south of the border, there's a guy by the name of Pancho El Pescador. He is an outstanding person and a great angler. Check out his surf fishing catch in Baja California Sur, down there around San Bruno. Just look and marvel at the variety you see there. That is some pretty good stuff if you ask me. Way to go, Pancho. Really great to see you hammering away at it. Hey, don't forget to check in with Cope's Fishing Tackle in Bakersfield, California, as they have coming up a great kids outdoor trout tournament. There you see the details. You sign up at Cope's. That's a great tackle store, by the way. I mean, they have got absolutely everything your little heart would desire, could desire. So really good stuff as I see those dolphin working their way down toward the jetty, trying to snag one of our little halibut or yellowfin croaker or whatever they're going to lay their filthy little hands on here this morning. All right, my friends, really lovely morning. A little overcast, but as you can see, this is a good ocean to be fishing the surf. There's nothing wrong with that. Hope I see you at the Fred Hall show, sorry about that, a little bit later today, as today is the final day. And it's been a lot of fun, seen so many good people. Yesterday, I emceed Ladies Angler Forum with Bart Hall, and I gotta tell you, what a group of lady anglers. They shared so much wisdom that it was unbelievable. I really, really enjoyed that, and I thank all the ladies for their absolutely stellar presentation yesterday. All right, my friends, take care. Oh, shoot. I can't say goodbye to you without my coffee cup. Got to get up the beach here a little ways. Man, I'll tell you, a lot of fun. And again, I got to thank everybody who came by and said thank you to yours truly. That means the world to me. We'll see you here on Super Bowl Sunday. Can't wait to do that. That's going to be a fun event. You should make plans to be here, whether you like to fish or not. You'll have a truly great time. All right, my friends, have a great day, a beautiful Sunday. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you really, really soon.